Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2016 Nissan Sentra S. Now in this video we're not going to be covering all of the features offered in the Nissan Sentra. We're only going to be covering what features are standard on the base S trim level before upgrading to SV, SL, or SR trim levels. Now for 2016, the Nissan Sentra has actually gone through some pretty dynamic changes, both in design and the way it drives. In the front, what we're starting to see now here is that corporate V-motion grille, the boomerang headlight. So again, it's to keep it in line with Nissan's new design language. The previous generation, 2013 to 15, also did have boomerang headlights, but not in the same way that this one has it. So the application here looks a lot more nice, a lot sportier too. Of course, you do have that V-motion grille with a honeycomb pattern on the inside. The vehicle itself, as you can see, has a whole new hood. Again, it keeps it more in line with the new design language, makes it look very much like the Ultima. It's a very attractive vehicle on the interior and outside. You're going to see some pretty notable changes. We're just going to do a quick walk around the vehicle. Now, again, the engine has remained pretty much the same. You still have that 1.8 liter four-cylinder engine, good for 130 horsepower. It's going to give you a class-leading 39 miles to the gallon. Now on the S trim level here, we are going to see that we do have a standard alarm system, keyless entry with the blade key to turn on and unlock the doors. Coming around here to the back, you're going to notice that the rear bumper has actually also gone through a little design tweak. Again, it really stands out how much better looking this new model is. It actually looks very very similar to an Ultima. It really is almost like a smaller Ultima. And you know, in reference to the Sentra, that's a pretty good compliment, considering how the new Ultima for 2016 actually looks even more aggressive and sporty than before. It really feels like a more premium sedan. In standard on the Sentra, you have ABS, anti-locking braking system, VDC, vehicle dynamic control traction control system, and a tire pressure monitoring system. So again, it offers a lot of safety equipment, even in the more standard model. So you don't have to upgrade to more higher end models to really enjoy some of the more convenience features offered in the Nissan Sentra. Now, some of the more changes that we're going to see from the 15 to the 16 are going to be once we actually go inside the vehicle. But just staring at it from the outside, you're going to see you do have nice halogen headlights here in the front and the rear. Again, that design is something that really cannot be emphasized enough. Comparing to the previous model, it's a huge upgrade. Taking a look here underneath the engine, you're going to notice that familiar 1.8 liter four-cylinder engine offered in the Nissan Sentra. It's the same one offered in the 2013 through 2015 model year, producing the same amount of horsepower, 130 horsepower here. It's a very efficient engine with a very good power to weight ratio, which you're going to notice once you actually take the vehicle on a drive. It's going to accelerate incredibly smoothly. Now, the way Nissan designs engines, it's designed to be everything pretty much right at your fingertips. So in the future, if you ever do want to, if you want to do the maintenance yourself, you have it pretty much right at hand. If you want to check the oil, it's going to be right there. Putting the engine oil right there. Your radiator right here. Your coolant fluid right over there. And your brake fluid right there. So pretty much everything's right at your fingertips. So that's one thing Nissan does that some automakers do not do. Of course, is make it easy to do their own maintenance if you decide to. So you don't have to take it to the dealer if you don't want to. Nissan pretty much makes this engine easy to understand and very easily accessible to anyone. Now, as soon as we open the door, you can immediately begin to see how much attention Nissan puts to detail when it comes to the Nissan Sentra. For starters, you do have nice leather wrapped armrests here on the side, which are really plush, very comfortable place to rest your arm. You have nice cloth here on the sides. So even being on the more affordable model, Nissan is still including a lot of features standard here. You do have, of course, a 6-way manual adjustable seat right there with power seating available in the SL and SR trim levels. Now, going ahead and stepping inside, we're going to see some pretty notable changes and some pretty nice standard features. Now, this vehicle is going to be turned on through your regular blaze key, which of course does include unlock and lock features. So let's go ahead and turn it on and take a look at the dashboard. Now, standard, of course, again, we do have power windows, power door locks, so all the good stuff, all the nice necessities and everything. So this vehicle is not going to come very stripped either. You do have really nice auto headlights, so in the daytime they're going to be off, in the nighttime they'll be on by themselves. No need to adjust that there, just leave it on auto and the car will do the rest for you. You do have, of course, power side mirrors as well. Now, taking a look here on the dash, you do have the drive assist display. It is not the same advanced drive assist display available in SV and SL models and different Nissan models. On this one, it's a little bit more basic. Of course, doesn't look as nice, but it still does the job and gives you really nice features like what you're looking for. So it's going to show you your range left on your, depending on how much gas you have left, and so on. If you need to change your, if you need to add more air to one of your tires, you left the fuel cap open, anything like that, you're going to begin to notice that there. Moving on to the steering wheel, as you can see, it again, it does not look basic at all. So standard, it does include, of course, Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect your phone to Bluetooth, make and receive phone calls, all that stuff, voice commands through the steering wheel itself. So no need to take the phone out of your pocket. You're good to go all through here. You have, of course, volume controls for the steering wheel, so you can put the volume up, down, change your presets here. So toggle radio stations are saved here. And again, of course, this button, of course, does change what is shown here. So again, it's more easy to use. You have everything that you need right at your fingertips. You, of course, you do have cruise control here. Intelligent cruise control is available on the SL and SR model. So this is just going to be your standard cruise control. Now, moving on to the entertainment system offered in the Nissan Sentra. Standard, you do have auxiliary and USB inputs, which are going to be accessed through the center console here. So you just have to open it up really quickly, and you're going to see, of course, right there, you do have the input for your USB drive, your iPhone, a smartphone, and through auxiliary. Of course, you do have the standard AM, FM, and all that good stuff there. CD player is, of course, available too. Your standard AC control, and this one that we have here is equipped with the CVT transmission. So it's the automatic transmission that's not going to make you feel the shift. Now, it's really smooth. Now, with CVTs, they do get a lot of hate in the industry, but when it comes to Nissan CVTs, they're one of the best in the business, if not the best. So Nissan did innovate with CVTs many years ago, and a lot of automakers are starting to catch up. So again, in this application, a CVT is actually a good thing. It is available, of course, with the 6-speed stick shift, but you might want to option out for the CVT just because it's a smoother drive, a lot quieter, a lot nicer. You're going to notice that as soon as I put the windows down, a lot of the noise from the outside actually does not transfer in anymore. Nice little feature not to be overlooked here in the Nissan Sentra is the addition of Eco and Sport buttons. So now when you press Eco, the Eco button turns on right there, and Sport turns on right there. Now, what these buttons do, they allow you to change the driving habits of the Nissan Sentra. So if you want to drive a little bit more economical, the Eco button's gonna, loosen the sensitivity of the throttle, as well as adjust the way the AC controls work and the engine and transmission communication between them. So again, to improve fuel economy and get you above that 39 miles to the gallon. Now, if you want to drive a little bit more like Speed Racer, you put the car in Sport. Again, it's going to do the same thing, but just in the opposite. So it's going to adjust the way the engine and transmission talk to each other. So, and as well as adjust the throttle sensitivity. So you're going to see that the engine actually drives quite differently. So it definitely accelerates a lot faster. Of course, your gas mileage is going to take a little bit of a hit, but you get the full enjoyment of driving a Nissan Sentra with the 1.8 liter engine. So 1.8 liter might not sound a lot, and 130 horsepower might not seem like a lot, but considering the lightweightness of this vehicle and the CVT transmission with it, you're going to notice the drive to be very enjoyable. Now we're going to be moving to the back shortly, just so you see an idea. I am going to set the seat to my height, so I'm a little bit far away of the steering wheel at the moment. So, you know, set to about my preference. You can see that there's still a lot of leg room there in the back. Now I'm about 6 feet, so let's go ahead and head to the back and see what else has changed. One little small thing to note before we do head in the back, of course, you do have your nice vanity mirrors for both the driver and the passenger when your sun visor extender. So once you take out the thing from here, you can always extend it and put it to the side and block the sun from hitting your face. You do have nice little LED lights here in the front, so they're small, but they actually do provide a lot of visibility. The button to be able to turn on all the headlights here. Now, so again, you do have a pretty deep glove box, so you can almost fit a library in there. That's how deep it is. So let's go ahead and move in the back now and see and check out the back. Now, as soon as we come to the back, you're gonna notice that Nissan does not forget about the rear passengers either. You still have that nice leather soft touch in the back, and you can see a lot of comfort here. So as soon as I step in, I actually do have a lot of headroom. So as you can see here, I, you know, don't really touch the ceiling itself. Getting a little bit more comfortable, you're gonna see I have plenty of leg room here. So again, comfort is not an issue. So you can see here, I have to really stretch out my hand to even touch the back of the seat rest itself. Again, like I was mentioning, you know, it can have power windows here in the back as well. Nice soft leather touch. Again, it is padded very well. So again, comfort is a really big thing here. When it comes to Nissan, of course, they do include cup holders pretty much everywhere. So you do have some here for both of the passengers as well, like a little storage compartment. You have little storage compartments here, so you can pretty much put something there and hold it in place. Now again, here in the back, it is incredibly comfortable. So that's something that I cannot express enough. So again, with the driver's side and everything set to my preference, remember, I'm about 6 feet and I still have a lot of headroom here and leg room. See, very comfortable, enough space for about 5 adults. So considering my sitting position is right about here, it's easy to see how 2 more of me can actually fit here without a problem. I mean, that pretty much wraps up the back. You know, it's not much to get into detail here. It's pretty self-explanatory. The Nissan Sentra offers a lot of great features, even in its most affordable trim level. Now, when it comes to the back, the trunk, I should say, it's incredibly huge. It's actually really big for a vehicle of this size. So, being that it's kind of categorized more in the compact segment, the Nissan Sentra tends to have mid-sized dimensions. So, here in the back, you have a 15.1 cubic feet trunk. As you can see, it's incredibly big. If you needed a space to hide once in a while, of course you do have the trunk where you can lay down and hide and, you know, exit out the vehicle whenever you're ready by pressing that. So again, just to emphasize the space in this Nissan Sentra. Of course, you do have the Nissan 60/40 split, so something Nissan innovative with of course not being able to fold down the whole thing. If you don't want to, you can actually still sit 2 people, fold down 1, or fold down 2, sit 1 person down, or fold down the whole thing if you decide to. Nissan has engineered the Sentra to be able to fit an 8-foot ladder by being able to fold the passenger seats in the front and the back, just to emphasize how spacious it is and how you can really take advantage of the space offered in the Nissan Sentra. So this has been your first quick look at the 2016 Nissan Sentra. If you want more details of the SV, SL, and SR models, make sure to check out the channel. We're gonna be going through every trim level individually as you start going up in features. So for now, this has been the 2016 Nissan Sentra S.